guys, Ralph here. Now for today's video, I've been scouring the internet and trying to find consoles and gaming stuff that I have never had. So what I bought this time is a Master System 2. Now I've never had one of these, and the only reason is because I probably skinned it as a kid anyway, so it was kind of not on my list to buy. I had a 2600 for quite a long time, to be honest, and all these things passed me by. Suddenly there's a Mega Drive, suddenly there's Atari STs, and this sort of system passed me by. I like the first one, but at the minute I'm gonna have to stick with the second one. It was an absolute bargain on eBay anyway. So it came with this. It came with a SCART lead to composite for reasons we'll tell you in a minute. One controller and one game. Now this has got, I think, built into it one game, but you have to figure out what it is. It's either Alex Kidd or Sonic or whatever else, but there's no power supply at all with this. So what my problem is, I need to find a 9-volt supply. However, the Mega Drive has exactly the same power supply, so I can power it straight from that. So before we get into this, I want to do a teardown of this, is see if this thing works. Let me get a power supply, get the cables rigged up into this, and we'll see if this actually powers on or goes boom. Now, she's all rigged up, no game in, but I'm also rigged up to Elgato as well, so I need to practice screen capturing of what I'm doing. So, turn on, let's see if she works. I don't think there's any lights on here anyway, that tells you what's what. You'll also notice something on the back, which I'll explain in a moment. There we go. We have the Sonic the Hedgehog inbuilt. So, that's not bad. Start button. Okay, so that's booting up nicely. So, at least a ring. Now, if you're a little bit keen-eyed among you will have noticed something. This doesn't really need modding. This has already got the composite mod on the back and the switch. Now the switch, I'll probably show you, see what happens when I flick it across. My screen goes black. And I don't know whether... okay. There's a problem with that, because my screen's black through the Elgato, but I can see it being captured, but the capture showing the too many lines on it. Now, it's the 50 to 60 hertz mod on this. Now the problem with it is I'm trying to play this, and I'm only going to be able to see it on this switch which is being captured, which has like about a 2-second delay. So I press jump, and what I'm seeing is it didn't jump at the right time. However, this seems to work fine when it's on standard PAL, so I can see this, although the screen looks shockingly bad in front of me. Ooh, lucky. Oh, there she goes. No, I'm still immortal. That's a good shot. So, that works fine. Sonic 2. Looking for it. Sega. Ooh, let's take its time. Sonic 2. See, I can't... One thing that didn't actually impress me on this is the dome part there, the actual door. Should have made it bigger so it would cover over where you got the cartridge. Which is a shame. Right, let's see if the mod switch on the back actually works in this mode for Sonic 2. Can't see why it should. The screen's gone off, that screen's gone off, that's back on, but it looks odd. I'm not sure if it's coming across on the video or not, but it looks a little bit odd coming through and then through the Elgato. I've tested this on the TV, and this is absolutely perfectly fine. It won't show on the TV through the Elgato and the HDMI, so obviously there's a certain incompatibility between whatever mod this is and the Switch and my TV. and the capturing as well. So it's not the best capture at 60 Hz, but it's perfectly fine when you've got round to 50, well, yeah, the opposite way around, 50 Hz, 60 Hz, whichever switch it is. But the reason I bought this, one, it was dirt cheap, and it was stupid not to buy it. Two, it's already been modded, so I haven't got to faff around with it, even though I think it was probably going to be an easy mod to do this anyway. And three, I don't have a Master System. I've got the converter, I've got a Game Gear, but I don't own a Master System. Oh, damn it. Right, so, enough of that. So, what I want to do now is, I want to look inside this, strip it down to see what sort of mod it's actually had done to it, whether or not if it's good, if it looks dodgy or whatever. So this is either, well, that is the Mega Drive power supply, works absolutely perfect on it. See whether or not somebody else's mods are as good as what my mods are. So to start with, I've got 4 screws there, and there's one missing from inside there, which you can't tell. Probably give this a good clean, strip down, have a look inside. There's a cable or two inside there I can see, but I'm not sure if they are. I think they might be add-ons. So I'm looking through the gappers here as well. I can see something which I don't think I can show you on there. But let's get inside, have a look. I'll tie the desk up. Notice that I haven't used this, to be honest, but I can quite easily. But this is fine. I've got the other cables, which is there, straight to TV if I want to play. So there's no problems with that concerned. So let me tidy up, get inside this, and see how good or bad the mods have been modded. Yeah. Right then. The 4 screws are out. They're all exactly the same. I will find a 5th one eventually, but there's no immediate rush. Very little tiny screws anyway. Looks like they've been in and out quite a few times because the screws look quite rounded. So I'll probably find another 5 for these somewhere in a screw pot I've got someplace anyway. So, should be... okay. Well, that's alright. So it's not too bad in condition wise. Looks like that doesn't want to fall fully flat, just a little bit of a, for no reason. A little bit of dirt inside there I can do something with. It's been worn quite a bit as well, so the opening and closing part of it. Might be able to wrap something around that and get that fixed. Right, so the mods are there. Hello, there is a cable. Okay, why is that cable not on? Because it goes underneath there to there. Your chip capacitor. Ooh, why is there a black cable there? This is the 2 cables I could see there. So, what do we have? Some magnets on the end of here. One, 2, 3. Get that out. This has obviously been in, out quite a few times in its lifetime. One in the back corner there. 3, 4. Look like they're all the exact same screw. Tucks underneath there, is it? Maybe I can just bend that out of the way. One in there. See, maybe the black cable's something to do with the reason why it doesn't seem to enjoy being on the other mode. GoTech. No, GoTech. Lately. The Elgato. See, they haven't been screwed into place, they've been pushed in. Oh. I get why it's done hot glue in there, just for insulation purposes. Shouldn't really be needed, but there's a screw in there. Can't get in much. There we go. So a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws coming out. There's a thinner one there, which I think may be from that one there. So, okay, that's very different. Very, very odd. Let me have a think about this and see what we can do with this. Give me 2 minutes. Now, just having a quick look at this. There's 2 more screws to take out there anyway. I'm assuming that is for video. So it goes to a capacitor to get the video out. That's a bit strange. I'll take these off and try and make these either a bit shorter or play about. This cable's still worrying me, but I've got a funny feeling it might actually go to there. But that's the audio, because these 2 are the audio. That's the video signal, obviously. So there's okay. There's an earth coming off of this, off one of the strips of the earthing bar, right? So he's got his colours right, and he's, oh, look at that, he's ballsed up on that one completely. The green wire coming from there, he just cuts straight through. Let's have a look. There you go, cut straight through with the screw. As soon as you put it together again, he's just completely ballsed it up. So that will want redoing. And for some reason over here, that's a bit dark. I don't know what's behind that. The voltage regulator. Okay, perhaps that might have been changed and not cleaned. I don't know. There's a bit there. Hang on. There's a bit there which got hot glue on it. Maybe. I doubt it really, to be honest. Keep an eye on there. What would hot glue be there? And no cable. See, the wire is not... It is, but it isn't. But if that cable's there, which comes from here, which is the same as that one which goes round and does the earthing for these... 1, 2... Oh, it bridges across on here. So it's not an earth for there. One cable goes to there. So there's 2 mods here. There's something there to this capacitor, no, to there to the switch, which will switch on the board. The composite. Where is that cable going to? I need to strip down as best I can to get back to the original board. See what I can do. See how I open this would be a really easy fit. Well, just to basically, hey, look at this. It's really good, thank you very much. But it's not that easy. So, basically, yeah, it's a nice little, it's already been modded. But I think I need to tidy up the mod. I don't know which pin that goes on to. Hopefully I can take all the hot glue off and find out what that goes. But sometimes I think my mods are a bit rubbish. But the more I look at this, the more I'm thinking I'm actually not that bad. Right. It's getting late in the day. Let me come back to this with fresh eyes. And a bit more time. Yeah. So like I say, with anything like this, these videos don't take 2 minutes to do. They might get over a few days anyway. So I'm gonna stop this now. Quick cut, jump cut, and then we'll go back to doing this probably tomorrow for me, but cut over now for you. So yeah, quick jump cut. Right, different angle altogether. What I've decided to do is rewire what was there. It was working perfectly to start with anyway. So what I've done, instead of being thick amount of wires and stuff, I've kind of tied them up a little bit. Your earths come off of here for your audio, your video, and your audio comes from here and splits across. Let me get you in a little bit so you can see better. Underneath here there's a capacitor and resistor, which I'll assume cleans the signal up a little bit anyway and seems to work fine. Whereas the switcher, one switch, 50 Hz, 60 Hz, done, easy. Comes down and into where it's meant to be, in the chip, and 2 parts on the board there. And it's just tidying up. He's looking at other people's mods and thinking, yeah, there's things that I could do better. And then on the back, I can't do much with the sockets not being lined up. I would have probably have marked off better with those to try and keep them in line, or even just have that as here, and there is actually another hole in the inside of the RF modulator. You could have put a phono socket on there and drill a hole alongside, so there'd have been video, audio. You can get the gubbins out of this anyway and just wire it up into there. It would have been a lot easier. So that's what mod I would have probably have done. Switcher, you could put switcher anywhere, to be honest. On the side, on the back here, wire straight across. So it's not a full how-to. It's looking at how other people do their mods and think the idea for this would have been is done it that way with that amount of cable to try and get into and out of this. But once this is done, there's no real need nowadays to get in and out. If I want plenty of games, I'll buy an EverDrive, stick it in there. But I can still get in and out. I can still get to the back of board anyway. So the earth cable being that short, it probably would snap eventually, which is fine at the minute, but I'm not going in and out of this thing, so no real need. So simple as. There's a bit of a clean up, which I've done. There wasn't too bad this, but it was fully working when I got it anyway. So let me get the RF shielding and the cover back on top, and I'll get this thing plugged in, and we should all be done, to be honest. And before I put the top on, I just thought I'd show you there. It doesn't look too bad. It's quite neat. Cables going underneath there. They're not nipped in at all. It's held in. This part here is just held in by a screw there and there. So there's plenty of give either way for the cables. It's actually not bad at all. So everything seems to work. We're all set. Alright, let's just check whether or not that'll fit on with everything on. It should do. Can't see why it wouldn't. Okay, that does fit in there. There we go. It's a tiny bit of a press on there. So that's the only thing that doesn't seem to go right, is that doesn't fully go down. And maybe I can work on that at a later date. That's better. Sounds a hell of a lot better, that. So let's get a screw in. There we go. I would try and be careful. Don't just to you're not holding up the full bridge here. I mean, a screwdriver in this is not the precise one, and these are already pretty much worn anyway by the previous owner. So it's kind of, once it goes in and no pressure, it gets tight inside the screw hole, and once it loses that grip, that is perfectly enough. I know the screws aren't perfect. I'm not buying these as perfect items. So, done, sorted. These aren't perfect. It doesn't look bad at all, to be honest. A little bit more clean could have done with that. But yeah. Oh, I thought I wasn't in the right place then. Perfectly fine. Done. So we have a Master System in the collection, as well as the Master System converter, so I can play Master System games on 2 different platforms now, which is nice. I was wondering, because I had a magnet here a minute ago. Oh, there we go, that's fine. Kind of thought that might have been inside it, but never mind. Yeah, so, yeah, Master System. Just to see how other people do it. I mean, maybe in the future I'll get my own unmodded, and we'll have a look to see what I can do with it. But at the minute, done, sorted. Let's play Master System games. With that in mind, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on social media if you'd like to be a Patreon. There are links in the description below if you'd like to donate something to the channel. Whether or not it's a, if you want to send one of these in for me, I can play about with it. Or any other sort of gadgets or whatever. You want to review stuff, get in touch. There's an email address, or to me, or tweet me, or whatever. I'm sure I can figure this out one day, or Facebook me. You know where it goes. TV's turned on. Sorry. So, with that in mind, thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye for now.